Mike, another one on your belt, another notch. Was this harder than you anticipated?
No, not at all, because I knew that he was going to come up, he was talking, and the way he was talking, I knew he was hyped.
Hey, what's up, fight fans? Welcome to the world of Iron Mike. Today, we're diving deep into the world of boxing legends, and there's no name more iconic, more ferocious than Mike Tyson. But here's the kicker. Even the mightiest have their Achilles heel. Today, we're uncovering Mike Tyson's biggest weakness that you might not know about. Before we go further, make sure to like and subscribe to get to know more about the great fighter that Mike Tyson is.
Mike, I want to speak to you about this new show, Being Mike Tyson. But, I mean, how did it work, the filming of it and everything else? How did you get to be doing this show, and how did you feel about the process?
I didn't like the process at all because it was too intrusive.
Before we unveil the heavyweight champion's secret vulnerability, let's rewind the tape a bit. Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion in history, a knockout machine, feared by opponents, revered by fans. His power was unmatched, his speed unparalleled, but behind that ironclad facade lay a weakness that could sway the tide of battle. Picture this. Iron Mike steps into the ring, the crowd roars, the bell rings, and the fury begins. But amidst the chaos and carnage, what was Mike Tyson's Achilles heel? You see, Mike Tyson was a force of nature, no doubt about it. But every fighter, no matter how invincible they seem, has a vulnerability. For Tyson, it wasn't his physical prowess or his technique, it was his mindset.
I just found out the first guy really succeeded on this shit, probably 1900 or something like that, even if he was a crook.
Mike Tyson's career was a roller coaster of triumphs and tribulations, marked not only by his unparalleled prowess inside the boxing ring, but also by his tumultuous journey outside of it. Within the confines of the squared circle, Tyson was a force to be reckoned with. His raw power, lightning-fast combinations, and ferocious aggression made him one of the most feared heavyweight boxers of all time. His early career was a whirlwind of victories, with Tyson becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history at just 20 years old. However, outside of the ring, Tyson grappled with a myriad of challenges. His personal life was marred by controversies, legal issues, and a series of tumultuous relationships. His upbringing in the tough streets of Brooklyn, New York left an indelible mark on his psyche, and he often found himself caught in a cycle of self-destructive behavior. One of Tyson's biggest weaknesses was his susceptibility to distractions and emotional turbulence. He struggled to maintain focus and discipline, which often led to erratic behavior both in and out of the ring. His explosive temper and impulsive actions garnered as much attention as his boxing prowess, creating a persona that was as enigmatic as it was intimidating. Throughout his career, Tyson's life played out like a Shakespearean tragedy, with moments of triumph overshadowed by moments of turmoil. Despite his immense talent and the adoration of millions of fans, he could never fully escape his demons. Yet through it all, Tyson remained a captivating figure, a symbol of resilience in the face of adversity, and a reminder of the complexities of the human spirit. That's right, folks. Mike Tyson's inner battles often spilled over into his professional career. Whether it was legal troubles, tumultuous relationships, or the burden of fame, these distractions chipped away at his mental fortitude, leaving him vulnerable in the ring. And let's not forget the infamous Buster Douglas fight, where Tyson's lack of focus cost him his undefeated record. It was a wake-up call for the champ, a stark reminder of the importance of mental resilience in the unforgiving world of boxing.
I hope this is not a, I know you talk about pretty much anything, but they were talking a lot about, it was the anniversary of your fight with Buster Douglas. Do you remember any of that?
Why isn't it Buster's anniversary? Why it has to be my anniversary? Once I go, I'm gone.
The Buster Douglas fight stands as one of the most memorable moments in boxing history, not just because it marked the downfall of a seemingly invincible champion, but because it highlighted the fragility of human psychology even in the midst of physical prowess. Leading up to the bout, Mike Tyson was the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, renowned for his intimidating presence in the ring and his ferocious knockout power. His opponents often seemed defeated before they even stepped foot in the ring. Such was the aura of invincibility that surrounded Tyson. However, on that fateful night in Tokyo on February 11, 1990, James Buster Douglas stepped into the ring with a determination and focus that caught Tyson off guard. Douglas is seen as a significant underdog, fought with the spirit of a true contender, refusing to be intimidated by Tyson's reputation. The fight itself was a roller coaster of emotions. Tyson, accustomed to dispatching opponents with relative ease, found himself facing a resilient and determined adversary in Douglas. Despite knocking Douglas down in the 8th round, Tyson was unable to secure victory. Douglas rose to his feet and continued to battle, eventually delivering a knockout blow of his own in the 10th round that sent shockwaves through the boxing world.
Japan at the time, were you involved in parties? And I heard you weren't focused necessarily.
Well, I had I tell you, I get carried away sometimes. I have some, you know, I just can't.
In the aftermath of his defeat, Tyson would attribute his loss to a lack of focus and discipline. He had allowed personal distractions and complacency to creep into his training camp, neglecting the mental fortitude that had been instrumental in his rise to the top of the boxing world. As Tyson reflected on his loss in the quiet solitude of his training gym, he couldn't help but replay the events leading up to the fight. He realized that somewhere along the way, he had lost the hunger and drive that had propelled him to greatness. In the weeks leading up to the bout, instead of immersing himself completely in his training regimen, Tyson found himself increasingly preoccupied with personal matters. Whether it was the allure of the nightlife, the demands of his burgeoning business ventures, or simply the comfort of his own success, he had allowed distractions to infiltrate his focus. His once ironclad discipline had wavered, and he had taken his eye off the prize. The relentless dedication that had defined his ascent from a young prodigy to a world champion had been overshadowed by a sense of complacency. In the harsh light of hindsight, Tyson recognized the gravity of his mistake. He understood that in the unforgiving world of professional boxing, even the slightest lapse in concentration could have monumental consequences. Tyson stood alone in the dimly lit gym, the echoes of his opponent's thunderous punches still ringing in his ears. Sweat dripped down his face, mingling with the faint trickle of blood from his split lip. Every muscle in his body ached with a reminder of his folly. As he replayed the fight in his mind, each moment seemed to stretch into eternity. The crowd's roar, the referee's warnings, the rhythmic thud of leather meeting flesh, all amplified in the cavernous space of his memory. He saw the opening he had missed, the opportunities slipping through his fingers like grains of sand. In that split second of distraction, his opponent had seized control, delivering a punishing blow that sent Tyson crashing to the canvas. But with this defeat came a newfound determination. Tyson vowed to reclaim his former glory, to reignite the fire within him that had propelled him to the pinnacle of the sport. He understood that it would require more than physical prowess. It would demand unwavering commitment and a resolute mindset. As he stepped back into the ring, Tyson was fueled not only by the desire for redemption, but by a renewed sense of purpose. He knew that his journey back to the top would be arduous, fraught with challenges and setbacks. Yet armed with the lessons learned from his defeat, he was ready to once again prove himself as a force to be reckoned with in the world of boxing. The Buster Douglas fight served as a humbling experience for Tyson, but it also served as a valuable lesson for athletes everywhere. It underscored the importance of mental resilience and the need to remain focused and disciplined, even in the face of overwhelming success. Tyson's journey back to the top of the boxing world would be marked by a renewed commitment to his craft and a greater emphasis on the mental aspects of competition. So there you have it, folks. Mike Tyson, the undisputed heavyweight champion, had a weakness after all, his mind. But hey, isn't that what makes us human? Even the mightiest fall, but it's how they rise from the ashes that defines their legacy. Thanks for tuning in, fight fans. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic content. Until next time, keep fighting the good fight.